Hi Zeta, imagine this. Your favorite influencer posts about a new product. You trust their judgment, you buy it. But what if you knew they got paid to promote it? That's right. Well, we're talking about sponsored content, a term that has become almost synonymous with the digital world of today. Why is sponsored content such a hot topic, you ask? Well, consider this. You're scrolling through your favorite social media platform, and there it is, a post from an influencer you admire, showcasing a product or a service. They rave about it, and because you trust their judgment, you're more inclined to give it a shot. This, my friends, is the power of sponsored content. Now let's break it down a bit. Sponsored content is essentially a form of advertising where brands pay influencers or content creators to promote their products or services. It's a win-win situation. The brand gets exposure, the influencer earns money, and you, the consumer, get to learn about something new. It's like a modern-day word-of-mouth marketing, but with a twist. And the prevalence of sponsored content is not surprising. With the rise of social media and the influencer culture, brands have found a new, effective way to reach their target audience. And it's not just the big names. Even smaller brands and startups are jumping on the bandwagon, realizing the immense potential of this form of marketing. But it's not just about the brands and influencers, it's also about us, the consumers. We play a crucial role in this ecosystem. Our likes, shares, comments, and purchases drive this industry. We are the ones who validate the effectiveness of sponsored content. So, why are we talking about this? Because it's important to understand the dynamics of the digital world we are a part of. It's important to be aware of the power we hold as consumers, and most importantly, it's important to make informed decisions. Sponsored content is the new king of marketing. But how does it work? Buckle up, we're about to dive in. Ever wondered how your favorite influencers seem to have the coolest stuff before anyone else? Well, the secret sauce is sponsored content. Let's break it down. Sponsored content is the golden ticket in the world of influencers. It's like a modern-day fairy tale where brands play the role of fairy godmothers, and influencers are the Cinderellas ready for the ball. Only, in this case, the ball is the vast, ever-expanding universe of social media, and the glass slipper is the latest product or service the brand wants to showcase. Now, how does this work? It's quite simple, really. Brands collaborate with influencers who align with their values and target audience. They offer free products, services, or even hefty paychecks in return for a shout-out, a post, or a video featuring their offerings. This is a game of exposure, my friends, where the influencer's reach is the brand's playground. But what's in it for the influencer, you ask? Well, besides the obvious perks of free goodies and financial compensation, it's a chance to build a stronger relationship with their audience. By showcasing products they genuinely love and use, they offer their followers a glimpse into their lives, adding a dash of authenticity to their online persona. And the brands, they get direct access to a ready and willing audience who trust the influencer's opinion. It's like tapping directly into the vein of potential customers without the hassle of traditional advertising channels. Plus, they get to ride the wave of the influencer's popularity, gaining credibility and cool points in the process. But this isn't just a one-off deal. It's a relationship that grows and evolves over time. The more the influencer's following grows, the more exposure the brand gets. And the more high-quality brands the influencer collaborates with, the more their credibility rises. It's a cycle of mutual benefit, a dance of give and take. So, it's a win-win for everyone, right? But it's not that simple. Let's dig a little deeper. Not everything that glitters is gold, and sponsored content is no exception. Let's dive into the good, the bad, and the ugly of this modern form of advertising. Firstly, the good. Sponsored content is a fantastic way for influencers to earn a living while providing valuable content to their followers. It allows brands to reach a targeted audience in a way that feels more organic than traditional advertising, and it can be a genuine win-win situation. When done right, sponsored content can be informative, entertaining, and a seamless part of the viewer's experience. But then comes the bad. The biggest issue with sponsored content is the question of trust. If an influencer is being paid to promote a product, can their review really be trusted? And if every other post is sponsored, it can start to feel like one big sales pitch, which can quickly turn followers off. It's a delicate balance to strike, and not everyone gets it right. And finally, the ugly. There's a darker side to sponsored content that's worth mentioning. Some influencers have found themselves in hot water for not disclosing paid partnerships, leading to controversies and even legal trouble. This lack of transparency not only damages the influencer's reputation, but it also undermines the trust of their audience. In the world of sponsored content, authenticity is key. Followers can tell when their favorite influencers are truly passionate about a product and when it's just a paid plug. The challenge for influencers is to maintain this authenticity while also monetizing their platform. But let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Sponsored content isn't inherently bad. It's a tool, and like any tool, it's all about how you use it. With honesty, integrity, and a genuine desire to provide value to their audience, influencers can navigate the world of sponsored content successfully. The line between genuine recommendations and paid promotions can get blurry, but fear not, there's a way to do it right. Stay tuned as we explore the art of balancing authenticity and sponsorship in our next segment. Influencers, listen up. It's time to master the art of balancing authenticity and sponsorship. Picture this: your audience loves you for who you are, your genuine personality, your unique vibe, your authentic self. But when sponsorship enters the picture, how do you keep that authenticity alive while promoting a brand or product? That's the million-dollar question, my friends. First things first, disclosure is key. Being upfront about sponsorships is not just a legal requirement in many places, it also helps maintain trust with your audience. Let them know you're being paid to promote a product or brand. A simple, "This video is sponsored by," gets the job done most times. Remember, honesty is the best policy. Now, on to choosing the right brand collaborations. Here's where things get a bit tricky. It's easy to get starry-eyed with the allure of lucrative deals, but it's essential to only collaborate with brands that align with your values and your audience's interests. Promoting a product you wouldn't use yourself or a brand that doesn't resonate with your followers can quickly erode your authenticity. So how can you ensure you're picking the right brands? Do your homework, research the brand's reputation, their values, their products. Ask yourself, would I use this product even if I wasn't being paid? If the answer is yes, you're on the right track. If it's no, it might be best to pass on that collaboration. Another tip, don't let sponsored content dominate your feed. Mix it up with your regular non-sponsored content. This helps to maintain your unique voice and keeps your audience engaged. And finally, always bring your own spin to sponsored content. Don't just regurgitate a brand's marketing spiel. Personalize it, make it your own. Share your genuine thoughts and experiences with the product or brand. This not only adds credibility to your sponsored content, but it also makes it more relatable and engaging for your audience. Remember, authenticity is your biggest asset. Protect it, even when the dollars start rolling in. So, we've journeyed through the world of sponsored content, but what's the bottom line? Well, let's start by reminding ourselves that sponsored content is a powerful tool in the influencer marketing playbook. It's a way for brands to tap into the credibility and reach of influencers, while offering influencers a means to monetize their content and influence. We've seen that when done right, sponsored content can be a win-win situation. Brands get access to a loyal and engaged audience, while influencers get paid for their creative efforts. But remember, the key to successful sponsored content is authenticity. The content must resonate with the influencer's audience and align with their values and interests. We also discuss the potential pitfalls of sponsored content. If not handled with care, it can lead to a loss of trust and credibility. This is why transparency is crucial. Audiences appreciate honesty, so always disclose when content is sponsored. Now let's gaze into the crystal ball and see what the future holds for sponsored content in influencer marketing. With the increasing popularity of social media platforms, we can expect to see more brands leveraging this strategy. But as the space becomes more crowded, differentiation will become key. Brands will need to be more creative and innovative with their sponsored content. They'll have to go beyond simple product placements and endorsements. Expect to see more immersive and interactive content like virtual reality experiences and gamified ads. Influencers, on the other hand, will have to be more selective with their partnerships. They'll need to ensure that the brands they work with align with their personal brand and values. This will not only protect their credibility, but also ensure that their sponsored content is effective. In conclusion, sponsored content is a dynamic and evolving field. It's a space where creativity, authenticity, and strategic partnerships come together to create impactful marketing campaigns. Sponsored content is here to stay, and as long as it's done right, it can be a powerful tool in the digital marketing toolkit. Until next time, keep it real. Be aware. Be Zeta.